Hello everyone, Neagat here, and welcome to another match of Littlewargame. Today I'm bringing you a game that was played on Ravaged on patch 4.7, and in the bottom right side of the map we have diffy353 playing with the blue pieces, and in the top left we have Aicy playing with the red pieces. We're about a minute into the game, and so we can just see that Aicy is going for a barracks opening, while his opponent in the bottom right is going for a racks opening. Pretty standard stuff to see kind of out of this opening so far. We have this worker being moved to build this house. This can kind of tell us a couple things, that Aicy is probably not going to quick expand. He's probably going to get a couple wolves, and as we can see, he does have a few wolves queued up in his wolf den to go ahead and move towards the other side of the map, and also to start scouting. At the same time, we do see that Diffy is getting some raiders. So he's building a raider currently, and he currently has it rallied to the other side of the map to try to scout his opponent's base. At the same time, we do see some movement on the map. We see that Aicy is sending out his spawning wolves kind of throughout the map to kind of scout for potential proxies. As we can see, just following this wolf here, we can already see that Aicy has already scouted areas like this, and he's continuing to scout areas alongside the map with his additional wolves, and now able to see kind of that the map is clear. We also do see that that Diffy has only built a raider at this point, and so this is a pretty standard racks opening, and usually if you see this opening, nothing else can really be happening. Diffy does respond to seeing 3 wolves with getting his own watchtower at his natural expand, and at the same time Aicy is starting to expand with his own second castle. He does have a lot of workers. He has 12 workers currently. And at the same time, we do see that Aicy is able to go inside of his opponent's kind of expand here, or his main base, and try to do a little bit of scouting. So Diffy is responding by pulling the workers. He pulled pretty much all of them except for this one. And he is now trying to make sure that he can repel this kind of wolf aggression, while at the same time he is also getting his watchtower to kind of make sure that this aggression doesn't keep going. And that makes a lot of sense, because Aicy did delay getting his second base for a while to kind of make sure that he could go for this aggression. And even though this worker pool is kind of extreme, like he pulled all of his workers, he hasn't really been mining since that pull, he is going to be able to live past this aggression, which is, it's good for Diffy. He also has this watchtower up, so now it's going to be very difficult for more wolves to kind of come in and do some aggression there. At the same time, we do see Aicy is continuing to spawn and scout for potential hidden bases. We also do see that he's getting an additional wolf den as well as an advanced workshop, probably for some airships, and more macro at the same time. Do see that Diffy is now starting to go for his next base. At the same time, Aicy is able to have this wolf kind of stick around a little bit longer to scout. He also sends these wolves in to kind of give vision of this castle that's being built, which is fantastic. And then again, Aicy doing a fantastic job of getting some vision on the map, making sure that there aren't any secret bases, any hidden proxies. And now that he knows he's pretty much safe, he does decide to go for a third base, which is pretty good. Continual raider production from Diffy, definitely a good unit to kind of do a lot of damage. They have a very nice kind of attack that does 30 damage plus 21 against biological and mechanical units, so they have a very strong attack, but they attack slowly, so you're able to kind of kite with them, which is very nice. We do see that the workers are being pulled to the second base. This is so that you can get optimal base saturation. You normally want to have 10 workers per base. And so we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With 2 more, you'll probably have just the right amount of saturation for those bases. We do see that that workshop was able to finish up the advanced workshop here. And now we do see that this airship is being created. It's been rallied to the other side of the map. It's probably going to pick up these units here. We do see that Aicy has additional vision around the map with these wolves, kind of containing or at least giving him information about how many bases his opponent can be on. But he does not see the amount of raiders as of the moment, which this is rather a large amount of raiders, and he does start to build an additional barracks. At the same time, we see that Aicy is starting to drop in the base, and then at the same time, Diffy is trying to respond to that aggression by sending his raiders back home to try to deal with this drop. We do still see that the utility of this watchtower is helpful enough to kind of stop these units from going down. And then at the same time, we see more units being created. So there's a good macro situation for Aicy here. And then Diffy is able to defend against all of this. Now the question is going to be, does, if I could look at the income, yeah, does Diffy have the opportunity to go for a third base? He currently is down in terms of resources mined, as well as, you know, bases, so he's definitely going to want to get another base so he can start getting some more resources. At the same time, we were able to see that Aicy is starting to get a castle here. Castles are extremely important for things like tech, especially dragons. Dragons, once you build a fortress at your castle, you can start building dragon lairs, and dragons are a very important unit in terms of the beast repertoire of units, as well as a werewolf den. So you can upgrade these wolf dens into werewolf dens, and that upgrade gives you access to things like werewolves, which are very tanky units, as we can see. One is in the middle of being created here. At the same time, we see that Aicy is getting his 4th base. At the same time, Diffy is getting his 3rd base with a watchtower to kind of defend this all. Aicy is able to scout this going on. This is probably the first time, well, not the first time. He did have a wolf here earlier, but this is the time where he's able to see kind of the amount of things going on, and he's able to drop. But Diffy does respond with these archers and this raider composition to try to ward that off, and that kind of forces Aicy to reconsider and go back. Here is the werewolf. We see that when we look at the werewolf stats, it has 4 armor. Obviously now the werewolf is inside of the airship here, so definitely gonna look to try to go for a werewolf drop on top of this army. Werewolves do have a ability called Smash that basically hits everything around the werewolf, as well as dealing a bit of damage. And as you can see, here's the Smash ability, and now that sent all the raiders flying. However, raiders have a good matchup against werewolves because they're able to do a lot of kind of alpha burst damage. But we do see that Aicy's aggression is pretty strong here at the 2nd base. We do need to see Diffy respond and try to defend against this aggression that Aicy has going on. We do see that Diffy is basically going for this 3rd base now. And if he denies the 3rd base here, this is going to be a lot of trouble for Diffy, because he's already down in terms of income. In total mining, he's probably down about 3,000 gold, which is a tremendous amount of gold to be down. And you really do need to get a 3rd base in order to kind of be viable in the game. And so this is kind of a struggle for Diffy. I don't know if he can come back from this. He probably can't. but he's trying to. It looks like he's going for 3 workshops in his main base to try to build some catapults and potentially go for some catapult drops, but this might be coming too late. We do see that a dragon does come. Yeah, this might be too late, it looks like. We do see that these raiders are doing a good job against these wolves. We do also see that these workers are kind of on hold position, which creates a barrier between these archers here and the wolf army there. At the same time, we do see that Diffy was able to slip a worker. I'm curious if he's even aware about this base. It looks like he's not. I think he's trying to get a secret base, but he's not aware that his opponent already has a base there. At the same time, we do see that Aicy went back in, and he went in with his dragons and his werewolves, and now he's not just denying Diffy's second base, or third base rather, he's denying his second base as well, which is going to be a tremendous loss of economy and loss of position in terms of the map. Yeah, so I'm very curious to see if Diffy's defense is going to be effective. The catapults are really strong in this case, but Diffy is defending in his main base, and this is not a very good place to be against your opponent in any matchup, really. So I'm very curious to see if he decides to give up. He is putting together a quite decent defense, but he does end up GGing and leaving the game. So good game to Diffy, a good game to Aicy. Fantastic beast play, fantastic showing with getting dragons, with getting some really nice composition with the beast pieces, as well as getting this this advanced workshop to drop into his opponent's third and second base, as well as his main base. So that was a very fun one to watch. Alright guys, thank you for joining me in this one. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.